Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Esther and I'm on YouTube as Star Reaction. I react to videos and this is my first video ever. I'd like to be reacting to this video because it resonates a lot with me. Let's get right down into the video, and before we do that, do well to like, subscribe, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel and drop a comment, as I'll be replying all comments in this video. So let's get right into it. Is it true? Is it false? Let's see what your view is. All right, let's do this.
All in favor of sending the cast of The View into a sewer to deal with rat kings and blockages? Or how about to an oil refinery?
How about to a gulag? I think that'd be a good place for them.
Well, I mean,
The View have been getting absolutely insane with their statements that they've been making on their show. Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar, and the rest of them, they've gotten unhinged, completely unhinged. People like Joe Rogan and Tim Pool are just tired of it. They're tired of listening to the insane statements of The View. I don't understand how The View is still on air. I've never met a true fan of The View before, of Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of them. I've never met a fan of them. Let me know in the comments if you've ever met a fan. People like Tim Pool are just tired of it. People like Joe Rogan are just tired of it. This video here is titled, from Timcast IRL, says, "The View says men are useless, says women don't need men after reviewing viral video." Let's check out this clip here from Tim Pool over on Timcast.
the Raymond G. Stanley Jr.'s got the clip for us. Let's play this clip and we'll talk a bit about it.
Do we need men? Need a man? No. Do we need men? No. Women need men in this world. Do we need men?
I don't know.
No. Why?
Probably.
Because we can be strong, independent women.
There's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives. Only one. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless. I mean, and by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men.
Look, being completely honest,
Before we continue, please, men are not useless. Men are not useless. Without that men, we will have those women sitting down and talking about that. Men are absolutely not useless. Everybody are entitled to their own views, right? But generally speaking, or men are not useless, because everybody are entitled to their opinion, like I said earlier on, but men are not useless. They are very important in our lives. Please, can we continue with the video, please? I just had to say this.
with you, I haven't seen this portion. Yeah, I mean, she already kind of said it there. I was gonna say I haven't seen this portion of the clip because I like to react to these like with you guys and kind of commentate as I'm watching it for the first time. I already knew what she was going to say. Like, she kind of just said it there already, but she's saying men are useless except for the gay ones, like except for the ones that can't physically reproduce. Just wild, dude. Just absolutely wild.
And I have
Even if for the ones that cannot reproduce or something, I feel like it's an insult to say, like, just generalize people as being useless. Like, you just pick a whole gender, and if it was the other way around, like men coming to say women are useless, they are really not going to take it lightly with them. But just for women to come out and make it as a joke and laugh about it, I feel like it's also not funny. Men are not useless. I just want to repeat this over and over again.
I have Handy Manny at home. He fixes everything. When things go bump in the night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination. Nope. When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the trash and he throws out the recyclables. Nope. I enjoy all the man stuff.
So wait a second. I know what you're going to say. But wait. She's really talking about a servant. Let's face it.
Men is not. Why would you limit men to be a handyman? A man is not there just to fix things, just so something falls off from the ceiling and he has to go up to fix it. That's not what men are for. Men are the integral part of our lives. Like men are always men. I don't know the words to use, but men are not just there for fixing things.
No, it's a handyman she's talking about.
No, it's a handy manny. Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not. I need my man 3 to 4 times a week. And good for you guys. Broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like,
I all in favor of sending the cast of The View into a sewer to deal with rat kings and blockages. Or how about to an oil refinery?
How about to a gulag? I think that'd be a good place for them.
Well, I mean,
I gotta agree, but also imagine if it was the cast of The View, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and the rest of these people saying men are useless that were responsible for building society, for building the roads, the buildings, everything like that. Doing construction, not even just in the past, like not even just from the ground up, but even today, maintaining the roads, maintaining the sewers, maintaining the buildings, even window washing. None of them could do any of that. None of them could do any of that. They have no idea how good they have it with the men being the way that they are in the world. And I understand men have become weak, for sure, no doubt. You know, good times create weak men. But like the men are still much, much more capable in terms of those things than anybody on The View is. I guarantee you that. None of them have, I mean, unless you count Whoopi Goldberg as being an actor, as like actually contributing to the world, none of them have really contributed to the world. And it's just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to me as a 25-year-old who, like, you know, I'm not married or anything. People ask me all the time, like, you know, why aren't you married? Why don't you have a relationship? Well, that's why, because I can't deal with people like that. It's a poison to have in your life, people like that. And that's how most women think nowadays. They truly think men are just useless. And, you know, thankfully we have Tim Pool and Joe Rogan out there, people with large platforms that are calling this nonsense out, because it's just not true. You know, it's very much not true, but that's how they think. They're just so entitled. They're so entitled. They have no idea how good they have it because of the men who, like I said, not only built roads, work construction jobs today, do plumbing jobs, window wash the skyscrapers, but also the men who like went to war to fight for their freedom. Like, you know, it sounds so cliche to say, but it's so true, and people have forgotten how good they have it because of what men have done in the past. And
Oh, okay. To react to this, because a man has hurt you before, or because you've been through one thing or the other with a man, doesn't mean you should generalize. Because the problem here is she generalizing that men are useless, not like saying some men. Like, I will not even come out to say some men. Oh, okay. Like, she's saying some men are useless, like not like generalizing, like all, like she's saying men are useless means she's saying like all men are useless. And men are not to be limited to just being handy. Men are, they are special creation, like just like women are special, just like women have their own how special they are. Men are also, no creation is should be limited to being handy or whatever. Like, men are like our strongest support. They are strongest support. There are things we can't do as a woman that men have to stand in for us. If I have this conversation now, people would want to cut a chop off my head because they feel like it's a lie. But we all know that it is truth. So we'll continue.
what they're doing presently. It's just crazy to me.
Putting them in prison for having bad opinions. I'm saying
Well, I'm all fine.
these women have lived such pampered lives, and the voting patterns of many women reflect the sacrifices men have made for them, while shielding not all women, certainly not all women, shielding many women from the harsh realities of conflict and crisis and heavy lifting and machinery and the injuries that come in the workplace, especially with like the overwhelmingly male oil refinery job with a high rate of death. And they're shielded from it, laughing, saying, we don't need men. I propose we give them what they've asked for a small period so they can figure out, do they really need men or not?
And Hannah, Claire, do women need men?
Of course they do. I mean, this is what I find really interesting about these arguments is this is like, they think they're scoring points with the other young women in the room, right? They're doing this for clout amongst themselves. But in reality, like, at least two of them are married. They must have thought they needed a man in some form. And I think fundamentally, this is a really divisive conversation, right? It reminds me of the way the Democrats are like, we are such a divided country because of the Republicans. It's their fault. Like, it's the same logic here. Like, women and men don't get along, but I'm just going to talk nasty about this one side, right? Like, if men were to walk around being like, men don't need women, they would either...
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Women would be like, you're gay, or they'd be like, how could you say that? We give life. We do all these things. Like, I think men and women are meant to be in partnership. There's a reason they're complementary. And I think this is a really arrogant way to behave. I don't like it. I think it's gross.
It's true, but let's be honest. Men have invented artificial wombs. So now the question is, do men need women?
Well, yeah, I do.
We can grow babies in a petri dish.
This is so much deeper than where we're going here, because this train of thought is the reason our society is where it's at right now. The feminist movement has killed society. Men need to be masculine. We need toxic masculinity. We need men to be fathers. You look at all the discrepancies with the inner city and violence. It all comes down to fathers. It all comes down to men. This thinking that we do not need strong men in society is what's killing our society. So that's why I said, send them to the gulags. Send them off. First of all, no man wants to go, and no man's been down there in a while for any of those women. I mean, that's got to be nasty down there. But I'm really tired of hearing this. It's really just, as a guy who literally my entire life is centered around me providing for and protecting my family. This is just it upsets me to the core. It makes me want to violate terms of service on YouTube. That's how much it
Save it
affects
for
me.
the after show.
What
Just
I
to have an ounce of nuance here, I do.
You know what the sad part is? He's saying jokingly, send them to the gulag. And then Tim Pool's like, well, I don't think we should jail them or anything for their opinions. The sad part is, other way around, 110%, The View would want to jail Tim Pool. If given the opportunity, 1000%. Whoopi Goldberg would say, yeah, throw Tim Pool in jail. They would probably even say throw Joe Rogan in jail, who is way more on their side than Tim Pool is. Like, on a lot of different...
Oh, yeah, I would like to pause it there. So let's talk about it. Like, what gets... I'm thinking about what she was thinking when she actually generally said men are useless. Like, I'm just wondering what was going on in her head, what has happened to her past. Maybe she has been in a toxic relationship or something. I don't know. But it's really wrong when, the coming generation, it's really wrong when they get to hear these things, where they get to think like that, oh, okay, young ladies growing up, these women, their kids, what do they get to tell their kids? Like, okay, men are useless. If you have a son, if you like, okay, let's say your mom, you have a son and you say men are useless, which automatically means your child is useless, your son is useless, which is very wrong. And I feel like we should be careful about the things we say, even if it's a joke, because to me, it might feel like a joke. And one thing about people is people that come out to say these things, and you just go back and see like they can't do without these men that they say are useless. I'm sorry, they really cannot do without these men. They are always around them. If they are the ones in their DM running after them. So I feel like it's wrong. We should always be mindful of the things we say, and men are very, very, very important. And I really want to say sorry to, like, I'm really on behalf of Temple, I'm saying sorry, like, we're really sorry for that. That's not, if she actually feel like she had issues with somebody, you just mention the person's name, or you just say few men. So men, I feel like it makes more sense than you saying all men. Like, saying men are useless mean like you just generalize everyone, which is very, very wrong. So that's just my take. It is wrong. Men are good. Men are very important in our lives. In my life personally, men are very, very important. I cannot do without a man. I'm sorry. And I'm not shy about it. I'm openly saying this. I can't do without a man. A man is very important in my life. I have brothers. I have a father. I have, like, so why would I come out and say men are useless? What? Never. So that's just my take. Let me hear what you have to say in the comment section, especially women. I want to hear from women. What do you think about what she said? Does it make sense? Doesn't it make sense? Even though she was angry about something, like, women were not to just sitting down and just laughing about it and not even having someone to correct that statement. I feel like it was off for me. So what do you have to say about it? If you're watching my video, please do well to subscribe. Please subscribe, like, share, and drop a comment. Thank you. Bye.